All right. It's never too early to start planning for 2024. We're going to play mock GM today. I want to talk about what the Yankees can do this offseason versus what I think they will likely do this offseason. It's usually a difference between the two. And the fact is, we don't need to beat this dead horse repeatedly. We hear it from everybody else. The Yankees have a ridiculously high payroll. They got a lot of money coming off, so they have resources to do what they want to do. Okay? They've not spent the money very, very wisely over the last couple of years. We all know this stuff. We've had a combination of underperforming veterans and some bad trades and some rookies who haven't done what they need to do. So there's no need to keep repeating the stuff that everybody already knows. So let's get into the meat and potatoes of this. Okay, I'm going to be doing more of this stuff. I'll be doing my predictions, and I'll be for agent predictions. I'm going to do 5 surprise signings I think is going to happen, and a lot of other things coming back. So all the subscribers, you'll get everything. You'll obviously get every free agent move as it comes in live time. Okay, now that we're in football season, anybody here who's subscribed but not subscribed to my football channel, Empire State Tripod, I hope that you'll come along for the ride because we'll be doing stuff every single week. Recapping games, previewing games, results, stuff that people like to bet on football, over, under, all these things, odds, and everything else. So that's a channel I hope that you subscribe to as well. But anybody who wants all the latest Yankee news, you want every free agent move as it comes in once free agency starts, just hit the button. That's all you got to do. I'll take care of the rest. And I thank you for that. I thank you for subscribing to the football channel too. Now, what can the Yankees do? Well, I think they can do a lot. Okay? And everything goes from, addressing outfield, addressing infield, addressing catching, addressing pitching. Like, there's a lot of areas. But I think that one of the things they need to do is make a decision, grown-up big boy decision on what to do with Oswald Peraza and what to do with Gleyber Torres. All right? Yes. Oswald Peraza and Gleyber Torres. Okay? They gotta decide, okay, are we keeping Torres here? And if we do, are we gonna give him an extension? And if we don't, like when he's here, are we playing Peraza at third to get another defensive stalwart here? And again, with some competent productions, bats coming around now too. Now he's getting more of a consistent playing time, so which helps improve the infield defense significantly too. So, and it gives him another young kid as part of the youth movement to put into this lineup. So if we keep Torres, are we playing Peraza at third? Or if we don't keep Torres, we move him. Let's just say I'm not going to move him unless I'm getting either a starting pitcher or a controllable reliever. Good value in return because he's our most valuable trade asset. And if we do move him, are we going to replace him with Oswald Peraza at second? And then are we going to sign a free agent for third base? What about that path too? So there's a couple decisions that the Yankees need to make. And they need to make good decisions too, and smart ones. So, but Oswald Peraza and Gleyber Torres are absolutely important decisions. There's no doubt about it. Now, that is absolutely critical. Also, can they get a starting pitcher like Yoshinobu Yamamoto? Yes, they can. Brian Cashman was just there with Omar Minaya 2 nights ago to watch him throw a no-hitter. Yeah, he threw a freaking no-hitter when they were there. They were excited, and all signs are pointing towards him being posted in free agency so that he can come to the major leagues. It's going to cost a lot, yes. I would imagine something similar to the Masahiro Tanaka contract, which I think was $155 million, plus a posting fee, whatever that might be. I think the max now is $20 or $25 million. That's going to be, he's probably going to run a 5 or 6 year deal with an opt out as a way of potentially convincing a team to invest that way. I would personally, I think it'd be a good idea to do that. And he'd be a guy with definitely young, valuable pitcher, 25 years old, to add to this rotation. To supplant, to complement Garrett Cole, Carl Rodon. We need another big arm, maybe even 2. Get somebody like, was it 2 guys actually? I have a list here. Shota Imanaga. It's another Japanese pitcher who's being posted to come here. He's also old. He's like 36 years old, but maybe as a 5th guy, 5th man in the rotation. Because we can't really depend on Nestor Cortes to stay healthy right now, unfortunately, and I don't think Herman or Severino are going to be back. So the potential is high of us having to replace three starters. You get a guy like Yamamoto, and then you got like Imanaga you can throw at the back of the rotation, a crafty lefty, or Hyun-Jin Ryu from the Blue Jays. Okay, he's got experience in the American League East. Okay, and he's actually 36. Imanaga's like 31. Excuse me. But again, he's also got a 2.65 ERA this year. Ryu, he's pitching pretty decent. Another back end of the rotation guy who's from the lefty side, and again, who's familiar with the American League East. So pitching has to be addressed, and if I'm them, I'm getting two starters. Okay, if they trade Torres for one of those Marlins starters, Braxton Garrett or Edward Cabrera, maybe they'll have to add a prospect to Gleyber Torres. But if Cashman can figure out how to come down to earth with his asking price, they might be able to get one of these young starters. But we need more support for Garrett Cole. Pitching. Now, next up, Jung-Hoo Lee. They want to go to the left field. He's drawing comparisons to Ichiro Suzuki. Okay, and he's also a contact hitter who can put the ball in play no matter where it's thrown. He's also a competent outfield. He's got speed. He's got an accurate arm. And this is the type of guy that we could put right at the top of the lineup for our leadoff. And you can put Jason Dominguez second as a center field. And you can put Judge third. Like, that's a nice lineup. You're setting up your power guys with some speed and some ability to get on base before them. So he's a guy, if you don't want to spend on somebody like $200 million on someone like Cody Bellinger, this is a guy you can get. You could probably get him and the Japanese pitcher for what it's going to cost to get Bellinger alone. So this is a more affordable route of getting an affordable left fielder. It looks like he'll translate pretty well. And his team's already agreed to post him. So that's a given. He's come to the majors. I don't want the Red Sox to get him. And they've already got their leadoff hitter that they got last year. So you get Masataka Yoshida. This would be a nice counter for us, getting Lee here. And again, affordable left fielder they could plug in there. You can even make Everson Pereira your fourth outfielder. Okay, instead of having to worry why they're not playing what's his name, Esteban Florial. Doesn't have any options. So you make Everson Pereira fourth outfielder. You have Dominguez in center, and if you have Judge and Wright, it means you don't have to spend $400 million on Juan Soto if you don't want to do that. So, and you still have a competent outfield. So it's just a thought. So, but again, moving back to pitching, if they move Gleyber Torres, I'm moving him for pitching, whether it be a starter or a power reliever. Who we need another reliable arm in the late innings from the left to the right-hand side. We need somebody who can get guys out consistently. Okay, that's an absolute must, right? Absolute must. And now, I know some folks are saying they should upgrade a catcher. We're not satisfied. Well, how about somebody like Mike Zunino with the Guardians? He's also probably one of the best hitting catchers in baseball. He's got 148 career home runs. So teams are going to be salivating about him. Not only is he a capable defender behind the plate, but he's also got a really solid bat. And the fact is we don't really have any good hitting catchers right now. It could be Trevino or Rortvedt or Higashioka. None of them. Austin Wells. None of them are there at the point or at the level of Mike Zunino. And again, you could platoon Zunino and maybe him and Austin Wells. You have options. So if you want an affordable veteran who's going to be a free agent, instead of trading for someone like Salvador Perez, you can get somebody like Mike Zunino. So this is what I think they can do, and keeping their payrolls within reason. Okay, they got about $70 million coming off the book, but this is a way of potentially not having to go over the Cohen threshold next year. So, and still bringing in guys. Now, here's what I think they will actually do. I do think they'll do a couple of these moves, with some of the young prospects. I don't think they're going to bring all of them up, but I think they'll bring a few of them up. Who we don't know yet. Maybe Spencer Jones will get a shot, or I might get a shot to stay up here. Like, and some of these pitchers, if I'm them, I'm moving on from some of these people who are in the bullpen who should not be on the 40-man, like Albert Abreu and some of these other guys that they're calling up now. And I'm getting Warren, I'm getting Beater, and I'm getting Thorpe on the 40-man so that they're available to come up when we need them to come up. So that's one prospect move I'm making, okay? And I think they will do that as well, all right? I think they're going to probably take a different route here. Pull out my sunglasses as well. I think they're going to wind up bringing somebody like Heimer Candelario for third base. Meaning, I do think they're going to move Torres for pitching, and I think they're going to play Peraza at second base. You have Peraza at second, you have Candelario, who's a crafty veteran who can who's athletic, who can switch it, put the ball in play. He's a credible defender, too. He's not going to cost a lot of money. I think they're going to bring him in. And his teammate, Cody Bellinger. I think they're going to spend the money on one big signing. It's probably going to be Bellinger. And I think because not only do they want an elite outfield and a big name, but somebody who could possibly move over to first base because he has played first base as somebody who can then replace Anthony Rizzo after 2024 first base. You keep him there, and then you can get another, like Spencer Jones might be ready at that point. Like, they have other outfield options. So it's just a thought. But I think they're going to wind up going Bellinger instead of Hung-Ju Lee. So, could be wrong, but I have a feeling they're going to want to make that splash. Even though he's rep by Boris, he's been constantly connected to the Yankees. I really, really do think they're going to do that. I also think they're going to re-sign IKF. He's been responding. He's having a much better second year than the first year, and he's responding nicely to Sean Casey, the hitting coach. So he's shown to be a capable hitter now. I think they're going to bring him back on a 2-year deal at a reasonable contract, probably be the utility guy. I don't think they trust Oswaldo Cabrera enough yet, and I don't know if they have enough faith in DJ LeMahieu's ability to stay healthy. So I think they're going to re-sign IKF to be the utility guy to play, some outfield, some infield, and everything else. And he's shown to be a credible bat now. So he's definitely responded well. So that's what I think they're going to do. Okay, and again, going back, I do think they moved Gleyber Torres for pitching. What type of pitching? Whether it's power reliever or starter with controllable years, whether they have to add to Torres and up, that's what I think they're going to do. Okay, so it's going to be slightly different to what I think they can do. And you let me know what you think, one way or the other. Load up the comments. Let's talk about this. Let's start playing GM, even though the season's not over. Let's go.